All right, so I'm still messing with these DJI goggles. It's freaking ridiculously cold. Look at this. 8 degrees outside, which is why I'm hanging out in the car as long as I can. I still want to do some receiver testing with these goggles, and so the plan is I've got the Fat Sharks, hang them outside here on a pole, and then I'll wear the DJI goggles, and I'm going to try to do a fairly long flight to see how the range works, and I'll come back, I'll land, swap out batteries. I'm gonna do that with only the Pagoda antenna. The flight I did yesterday, I had the DJI Pagoda antenna on the Fat Sharks, and I had a TBS patch antenna. I want to take the patch antenna off for this first flight. I'll fly, I'll see how the range is, I'll come back, I'll land, and then I want to swap out the Pagoda antenna with one of my Axie antennas and see how that does in comparison. Because I'm curious if this DJI Pagoda isn't just amazeballs, because even the Fat Shark DVR I had yesterday was quite a bit better than anything I've ever seen myself. So pretty interesting stuff. So yeah, we'll see how the Pagoda antenna looks through the Fat Sharks, and we'll also see how an Axie antenna looks through the Fat Sharks, and we'll compare all that to what's going on with the DJI goggles. So this is kind of a big open area. I think I can get about 3/4 of a mile away from here. We'll do kind of a long range flight here, then I want to go to a different part of the park and fly through some trees because I want to see how well the receiver does through trees. So we'll do both of those things, and then I've got at least 2 more videos coming about these DJI goggles. I want to simulate a race by plugging in like 5 different quads, because that's what I own, on 5 different channels, and see how well they do with interference. And then I'm also going to be doing a video where I talk about how I think you can get an external video source into these DJI goggles. A lot of people are wanting to use them with a ground station, but so far, seeing how good this receiver is doing, you might not need a ground station. This might have the bee's knees of FPV receivers in it. So yeah, let's do some flying and see how it goes. Now really, that'll probably give the Fat Sharks an advantage, so let's see how this goes. I gotta get in the car for a minute. It's so cold. Alright, so this hobby sucks in the winter time. Normally I wouldn't fly outside, I would just fly from my car, but I'm trying to get you guys good data. So I definitely got out there a pretty good ways where I started getting a significant amount of snow. If I had to guess, I was at least a half mile, maybe 3/4 of a mile out. Still very, very impressive for a single receiver without diversity. I'm interested to see what the Fat Sharks look like. I'm gonna do another really quick flight with the same battery. Just go out a little bit. I'm gonna wear the Fat Sharks and I wanna see what they look like. I wanna see if they look as good as they do in the DVR. So I just want some sort of reference. So I'm not gonna fly super far, but we'll see how the Fat Sharks compare to the, we'll see how the Fat Sharks look visually to me compared to what I see on the DVR later. Alrighty, real quick here. That was weird. Something on this quad totally gave up the ghost and I lost all video. I don't think that's antenna related. That's weird. Something's up with my VTX. Power cycle. Okay, super weird. My quad randomly changed video channels mid-flight. That's screwed up. All right, so let me switch out batteries and put the Axie antenna on the Fat Sharks. Give me a second to warm up again. Axie antenna, engage. So this is a left-handed polarized rig, so that part of it's staying consistent. All right, I'm gonna go put these back up on the... All right, let's give this a shot.
Yeah.
Recording this on my cell phone right now, because here's the thing, guys. If your quadcopter randomly changes its video frequency on a flight, maybe you shouldn't just assume that it won't do it again. Apparently it totally did it again when I was way out that way. I hope I can find it. Hopefully with the fresh snow everywhere, I'll be able to see the marks from where it landed. I hope it landed in the middle of a ball field and didn't crash into anything. Quite sucky. Not only is it my favorite quad right now, it also has my GoPro on it. My hat and gloves on. Try to find this thing in the 8-degree weather. I think I see it right in the middle of a ball field. That's awesome. I'm just glad I see it. Gosh, it's cold. I'm gonna have to climb the fence though. So I think that's it. I hope that's it. Hey, it's intact. That is some weird crap. Just lose video like that. Now I gotta try to get back over this stupid prickly fence. You guys and your stupid padlocks. This is my buddy Jacob. He's in charge of this place.
Did you fly it over and crash it?
I did. My video just like cut out. It literally just landed right in the middle of the field. I didn't realize you were like around here. You get no Christmas break? All right, it's one of my best friends, Mr. Jacob Bunton. He's the, I don't know what you call him, but he's essentially in charge of the athletic complex out here. Apparently he has a key. I should have just called him. Figured he was still off work for Christmas. All right, so I'm a little torn. Still want to do my behind trees test, but that's going to be relatively close to me. And it's also going to be at a low speed and stuff, so I'm not like super worried about it. So I'm going to head over here to a spot and try to do that test real quick. So let's do it. All right, so for this last test, what I'm gonna do with the DJI goggles is I'm gonna put the patch antenna on. I want them to put their best foot forward. So patch antenna on. And then I'm also going to leave the Axie antenna on. So it's like essentially DJI goggles in a relatively normal situation. I'm at an area here in our park that's got this nice U-shaped road, but there's trees everywhere. If I get to the back of this U-shaped road, we're gonna be shooting through a ton of trees. Now, keep in mind, it is scraggle season. There's no leaves on the trees. You know, during the summer when there's a ton of trees, obviously there's gonna be a lot more interference than this time of year. So nonetheless, it should give us a pretty good idea. We'll see how the Fat Shark goggles do. True D diversity module, left-handed patch, left-handed Axie. The quad has a left-handed Axie. We'll see how this setup does compared to the DJI goggles through a ton of trees. So let's get her done, son. So in my opinion, that was highly impressive. I did lose video. At the time, I thought maybe it was the VTX freaking out again. To be honest, I have no idea. If it was goggle related, we'll see what the fat sharks look like, see if I lost video at the same time. Very impressive through trees. So we'll go home and check out the footage. So, sweet. So you guys have seen the footage. I'm really just gonna let you draw your own conclusions. I will say that there's a chance that the fat shark stuff looks just as good as what the DJI goggles just looked, but to me it really seems like these DJI goggles, the receiver in them is working just really freaking well. Keep in mind that it does have an extra 20 milliseconds to process the video. I remember hearing Joshua Bardwell's interview of the guy that runs Clearview, and he was saying that you can either have great video or you can have zero latency video. You can't have both. And there's a chance that what we're seeing in these DJI goggles is what video can look like with a little bit of latency. For me, even freestyle flying, these DJI goggles are gonna be phenomenal. I'm gonna give them a fair shake when it comes to racing, but to me, 20 milliseconds seems like it would be too extreme to overcome when you're zipping around at 100 miles an hour trying to hit 5-foot gates. So I don't know if I'll use them for races, but these goggles are really special, guys. The feature set that they have is really significant. Anyway, hopefully this has helped you guys. If you have any questions, be sure and put them in the comments. I'm more than happy to, check anything out that you'd like me to check out. And if you are into drones, drone racing, all that kind of stuff, I have a YouTube channel called Heart of America FPV. Do me a huge favor, run over there and subscribe. If you're watching this on Facebook, do the same, run over there and subscribe. If you're interested in these DJI goggles or any of the gear that I fly with, I've got links in the description. Those are Amazon affiliate links, so if you buy something through those links, it helps me out. That'd be awesome. Hopefully this was helpful to you, and we'll catch you next time on Heart of America FPV. Yeah.